Hello everybody. You can barely see my hand. That's because it looks as though there's only one or two books on the table, but it's actually a large stack. So we're gonna have to work through that today. In a previous video, I think where I was showing you my planners, I mentioned that I also have a bunch of satellite-like journals that I use every once in a while, and that I would make a video on that, and this is that video. So we've got a lot here. So these are things that I update sporadically, so I don't really have a schedule for them. I don't pick them up once a day. It's my kind of like when the mood strikes, and some things I pick up weekly, but that has a specific purpose. Other things are just there when I need them, like that type of thing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items. Well, let's go take a look one by one. Now, the top one over here is a filofax, and this is a 100-year edition, celebratory edition, I think. The thing is still in here, so I can just pull that out and read what it says. Oh, it's just over here. Oh, it actually doesn't say that at all. Okay, I thought this thing would say something about that. But in any case, it was celebrating 100 years of filofaxes, and it is very cute. I do like this filofax in general. It's not leather or anything like that, so it's just a regular pocket organizer. Has a bunch of stuff in it, standard. I put a bunch of paper in here myself. And this one tracks what I use, like in the ways of supplements. So that is all I do, and then I write notes about what happens after I take all that stuff. And yeah, that's quite a long list of supplements over there, but it's more like I'm trying different things out, so that's why I have quite a list here. This thing I made myself. Where's the rest of them? Back here, I guess. There we go. So I have like these little things that I printed out wrongly. I'm still trying to figure out how to print things for rings, because I keep forgetting that the rings need to go somewhere, so it doesn't always work out quite right. But what I do in here then, whenever I redo these little, I guess you would call them pill boxes. They're not actually pill boxes, they're actually for sorting out buttons and things like that for hobby stuff, so it has like 8 sections in it. And that's where I sort everything out, so I know exactly what I'm taking that day, and I'll write down whenever I'm doing that, like sorting it out, I'll write down what's in there and what I take every day and what I take in the morning, what I take at night, so I can keep track of that. And then of course there's a lot of note paper as well for writing down any observations that I have from taking that. So that's one thing. So this happens like every, I don't know, other week or something that I have to update this thing, and just to keep track for my supplement things that I like to keep track of, to make sure I know exactly what I've taken and how I felt after, kind of like that. Then you see the Hobonichi weeks next on the pile. I used this one initially as my social media planner. I've got the Hema clip on here with a nice Parker pen. Right now, though, I'm more using it for, it's still for the socials for my channel anyway. I used to track the follower numbers in here. Can I even bring that up, or is that from a different, let me see, where is it? Oh, here, yeah. See, I was tracking some followers over there, but I've stopped doing that, and now I just kind of use it to occasionally do a bit of brainstorming on what types of videos I would make. Over here you got a bunch of them. So every once in a while I'll pick this up and like brainstorm a couple of ideas for a next video, and it's not dated anymore. This is a 2024, so it still has the rest of the year in here, of course, but I'm not specifically going to a certain date to write there. I just go where the next page is empty, and then I write my stuff in there so that I have that on hand. Then we have a hobonichi cover followed by another hobonichi cover, but these are things that I bought because I kept looking them up. So I'm one of those people that initially goes, well, I don't need all that stuff. All I really want is the cousin, and I had the weeks there that I got secondhand, and that's fine, and I don't need anything for the rest of the year. And then I do find myself still looking up stuff on a website, actually not hobonichi.com, or at least 1100 I think is their website. Not there, because I know that the mailing costs are going to be pretty high, and of course the when it actually arrives here, I'll have to pay a bunch of money for customs and everything, so that's going to be way too expensive. But there is a Dutch site, or a couple of Dutch sites, that I think all lead to the same place, that has their stuff on sale as well. Not all of it. They have a certain selection, but it's like most of the things that people want to buy is on there, including covers. So I was looking on those websites for a while, every once in a while, just kind of looking around, seeing what I might be interested in. So I ended up getting a bunch of covers. Initially, I got this gingham cover for one of the cousins, but I ended up ordering the A6, which is this one. And I was like, A6, what do I do with it? Because I didn't have an A6 at the time. So then I initially wanted to put it up for sale. It was on sale for a while. And then I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'll use it myself, because selling stuff on secondhand sites is always such a hassle. There's always people who are going to try to bid as low as possible. Then you have to send it out to somebody who does actually order, or at least bid something reasonable, and all that hassle. And they might start to complain about things not arriving. Then they're scamming you, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up canceling that sale. Nobody actually responded, so it's not like anybody got disappointed, I don't think. And instead, I ended up using it for the original test show initially, and then that one went into a different cover that I showed in the previous video. That one's an Animal Crossings cover. But what's in here is the stalogy. There's an A6 stalogy with the 356 days in it. And it's undated. You can date it yourself. And I got one initially for just this one, and the other one had a regular notebook in it. And then I ended up liking the stalogy so much that it's like, I'm going to order another one, because when I like something, I'm like, oh, I need to get another one just in case they run out, and then I won't be able to order anymore. Like all that Doom FOMO stuff starts coming up, so I ordered this second one. And they each have their own purpose. So this top one, and the gingham cover with the cover and cover with all little pictures on it, is over here. Right, this one is used for story ideas. So every once in a while, I'm just kind of randomly thinking up stuff, and I will have an idea of like, oh, this might be a good plot twist, or this might be a nice character or something. So I will write that in here from now on. I haven't written too much in it because it's something that happens occasionally. Well, this is the occasional journal stack, so that makes sense. So that's going to go in here, and these pages, if you've never seen the stalogy, I imagine that you have, but this paper, by the way, is a little thicker than hobonichi paper. I'm guessing, oh, there's like green stuff. I think that's from something I was scratching earlier. It's a little thicker than hobonichi. I think it's like 60-gram paper or something. Let's see if I can get 2 pages separated. A little bit there. Okay, so it's not quite 50, but it is very nice and light. I do like it a lot. And at the top here, you've got the months, days, and then day numbers. And you just have to circle them or highlight them, whatever it is you like to do, so that you can just write on any day, and it's not in any particular order. So it's not like you're going to miss a day sometime. That is this stalogy. And then the other one, which is underneath, has the, I think this is called the highway cover with the gray and brown. And I got the striped cover on cover because I've been looking at that for a long time too. And this one is for, I'm guessing, like health updates. Not the supplement one, but more like trying to lose weight again. So I was going to go and put some stuff about that in here, so that whenever I have something to say about that, or something that I want to write down, something that I've noted, I'll put that in this stalogy. I've only recently bought it, so it's just this first page that actually has something on it. But I have lots of pages left, so there's plenty of observations I can write in this one. Again, not a daily occurrence, so that pen goes in here. Another cover, this one I've also been obsessing over for a long time. This one also came from that, I think they're called Jet Pens, or no, not Jet Pens, penstore.nl I think is one of them, and the other one's japanstore.nl or something along those lines. And they both basically sell the same stuff, and you have the same type of checkout, and I think I even got like a bill from one when ordering from the other, so it's pretty much the same company. But anyway, so I ordered the cover from that one with a clear cover. This is the cousin where I was writing the stories, and I haven't written too many stories since the last time, but it's not something that is timed either. And let's see, where are we? Oh, this is the pencil board. Oh, this is the pencil board from the Animal Crossing that I got with the smaller Animal Crossing cover. So they had, this is a different thing by the way, they had the A6 Animal Crossing cover for sale, and they sent this one with it. This was part of the sale. I knew it was coming, but it's like an A5 pencil board with an A6 cover. I don't know how that happened that they had that combination, but okay, so I got that one and I put it in here because it's fun. The other side is a bunch of leaves and of course the measuring tape there on the edge. That's cute, but okay, so this is the story one. I think the last one that I wrote is on the 14th. I don't think I've read that one out. No, I haven't. So I've been going very slowly with that, but that's okay because it's not a time thing. So whenever I feel the inspiration to write, I'll go ahead and do that in here. And then I've got another story, and there's plenty of space left over here and the rest of the cousin for me to write more stories. And it's just like a little hobby thing. Like whenever the mood strikes, I can write another story, and then when I'm done writing a story, I think I said that last time as well, I go ahead and do a little review in here, and I put some stickers on it as well, just for funsies, because I have a lot of stickers, need to use them more. And then this one is done for now, closing that again with the pen loop, and being very clumsy with it, because I still am not used to it. Okay, now we have a different, this is not hobonichi, this is a Leuchtturm 1917, was this a B5? Doesn't actually say that, but you know, most people will know this book. So I got one of these because I really do like the brand. I love the colors. Paper's not super thin, but okay, it's just this familiar paper for Leuchtturm. A lot of people like this brand with the numbers over there for note-taking and stuff like that, but I'm not actually taking notes. I'm using this, where is it, to make layouts for myself that I'm like, oh, this could be a nice custom layout. So whenever I have an idea for a layout, I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. There aren't too many layouts here yet. Just like things that come to mind, like, oh, wouldn't it be great if you had a layout that was kind of like this? And then I just try to draw that up in here. So hopefully one day it'll actually turn into something. I haven't actually used this one. This one's actually kind of funny. I was like, why don't we just put Saturday, Sunday on the sides and then just give more space to Monday through Friday? I'm pretty sure somebody thought up that as well. Just whenever I think like, hey, couldn't we use the resource on the page or the real estate more efficiently, I start trying to come up with my own ways to do that. And of course, Leuchtturm has these graph pages so you can make the measurements exact and all that sort of stuff. So I do that in here just for fun as well. The layout that I made for the custom planner that I have is not in here, so that's something I came up with separately. Very good. Okay, so this one is a HEMA notebook with, I think, well, how many pages does it say? Well, a lot of pages, and I put a little pen loop in here from Leuchtturm. I just ordered a whole bunch of pen loops because I had a lot of notebooks that didn't have one, so I just ordered like 4 of these, so I'm going to actually put a pen in there. But this is a HEMA notebook that I'm using for like astrology stuff, and mostly I watch certain astrologers on YouTube, and I write down stuff that I need to keep an eye on during the week, like certain influences that might have like a role to play, and then I know what to watch for, and then later I copy some of the stuff like from Monday through Friday into a little planner that I take with me to work, because usually when I want to know what's going on astrologically, I'm at work. Like something's happening and I'm like, oh, should I send this email? Might there be like a thing going on today that might not be the best day for me to send this email or something? The wording might not be quite right or something. And then I want to know what they said, and then of course I forget because the book's at home and I can't go sit there and play half an hour long astrology video during work. That's not really going to be accepted. So I decided to put some of that like in short form in a little work planner that I have that nobody else then sees, of course, because I don't think people at work would be very appreciative of me sitting there reading astrology reports. But anyway, so I put that in here, and also other notes on other astrology videos. And this booklet I decided to write only on the right side of the page, because I really hate having to write on the left side of pages. That's just super uncomfortable for me, so I decided to write on the right side first, and then when I'm done, I'm going to turn it over, and then I'll be writing on this right side of the page, because that's going to be a lot heavier than, of course, because we'll have started all the way from the back. So it's only going to be on this side of the page for the time being, and then I just kind of write about what's going on this week, etc., and what I need to watch out for. So that is this one, and that occurs like maybe once a week that I'll be taking notes in here based on what videos I'm watching. Then we're on to a filofax. This is a filofax domino, which is a flex version. This is like a fake leather. Don't know what this material is necessarily, but it has an elastic. So it kind of looks a bit like a traveler's notebook, but it's not, because it does have the ring system. It is, of course, a filofax, so it has these. And filofax comes with a little measuring tape thing here. Pretty much all of them have that. Of course, if you're buying secondhand, then you might get one without because it broke or something over the year. Anyway, so this is the Domino Soft A5 organizer. It says that over here. I don't think you guys can see that. Right there, that one. I love the color. It's like a powdery pink, and it has pockets over here. They're very soft, very nice, and a whole bunch of pockets in the back as well. I got this one secondhand, so I was surprised to find all this stuff in here. This is a very soft plastic, this. I don't know what this is, but it's super soft, very nice to touch, so I'm not sure if I'm going to put anything in it because that might stiffen it up. And then similar for this zipper pocket over here, also very nice. I'm currently apparently showing you guys why you need a filofax. We're not going to do that though. This is where I write about, after this intro bit, there, things I keep wanting, like whenever I find myself obsessing over something and I want to write it down somewhere because I don't really want to give in yet, I put that stuff in here. And things that are on the list, for instance, are the hobonichi 5-year techo. Still, even though I made alternatives, I have things that I am currently writing in once a day. I have 2 of them actually. I showed you those in the previous video. I'm still like, oh, what about the actual thing? Like, what would that be like? And then I have to tell myself, well, actually, first of all, they're numbered, so you would have to re-sticker things if you miss a day. And second of all, I already have 2 of them, so if I were to buy it now, I would feel bad about having, first of all, a whole chunk of the year 2024 that I would have to re-sticker because I never used that. And then, of course, I'd sticker all the 5 years. And then I would also have 3 things to fill out every day, and I just don't have enough going on in my life that I could comfortably fill 3 5-year techo type things with something different each time. Otherwise, it's just going to be really boring to read that. So that's not going to happen. Maybe next year when the new bunch gets released, I might grab one and then continue with that one, but then I'll still have the other 2 as well, so that's not going away. Then I'll probably have 3 things that I want to fill out every day, like just journaling. I mean, there are small bits like this each time, but still, that's like 3 thoughts that I have to write out about a day that may have been really, really boring and super uneventful. I don't know. I'll have to think about that when the time gets there. So that's what I write about in here, and some of the things I haven't actually managed to stave off. For instance, this one says Han, but I was confused with the original techo, so that's what I'm actually writing about here. The Han I've never seen on that Dutch website, so I don't think I'm going to be able to buy that at all. Maybe next year. But in any case, so that's one of the things that I've got, and I think I heard that the Han is actually just a regular original techo, but then with a harder cover, so I actually already have it. But okay, so I wrote about that for a while, and the 5-year techo, and then the filofax personal rings. Well, I have a bunch of them now because I started obsessing over filofax recently. Then, let's see, I just wrote a bunch of stuff about Monday through Friday, because this insert that I got that claimed to be Tomorrow River paper, which it is not, or it's a thicker version, I don't know, has like a calendar thing, so I, after a while, attempted to write every day with the dates on there. And then this is regular Tomorrow River paper from a printer pack that I got anyway, so I had to write about that. I just kind of like mix things up in here as well, so sometimes I'm writing about stuff that I want to buy, other times I'm just kind of babbling, and then that goes in here. And that's what this one is for. I'm also turning the pages over in this one occasionally because I don't want to write in this side, because then I'm constantly bumping up against the rings. It's one of the things I hate about ring systems. So I'll put it on the other side or upside down so I can just write on the back here and not have to worry too much about the rings. Okay, so that's the little side. So that's what I'm doing in here. Then lastly, probably the more interesting one of the bunch, although they're not like super boring, all of them, but still. The last one I'm going to make a separate video on because that is a whole new topic. So this is the letter cover that I showed in my my secondhand store find. So this is a letter cover for a Bible, I imagine. So I've put a notebook in there from the HEMA as well. This one has 384 pages, so not quite as thick as the black one that I was showing, but it does have a nice gold edge over here. And in this one, I've been writing about what it is that I use all my planners for. Like over here, I wrote a page about what my uses were of the different planners that I was using at the time, and then later I dug into what it is that I actually want, what do I feel about it. Okay, so we're going to have to switch to the audio from the camera now because the laptop or the tablet that I'm using to record the audio has just suddenly decided to turn itself off because apparently I was using too much power. So that's unfortunate. Okay, so this thing, we're just going to wrap it up because I don't think the audio here is great and I was almost done anyway. So this thing is how I worked out how I wanted my custom planner to be laid out. And I'm going to do a separate video on that process so you can also try it for yourself. And that is what this is for. Now let's grab all the others back and put the stack back together. So that's 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 pieces right there. So that is my satellite journal video. Hope you found it interesting. Be sure to leave a comment. That really helps the channel along. If you want to like, that's also very much appreciated. Subscribe, of course, is always amazing. So if you want to join so you can watch more of these rambling videos, make sure to do that. I hope to see you in the next video in any case. And thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.